So that's what my talk is about, how you can actually create your own breakthroughs. But before we do that, there's two things I want you to consider that every single one of us, the most important factors that will determine whether or not we're successful in getting anywhere close to our potential. So the first one is actually time. Now, the two things I'm going to talk about, what is not in our control. So time is clearly not something that we can control. And the reason I think time is such an underestimated resource is because we never really think about it until something happens that makes us realize that we don't have enough of it. So every single person or every single living creature that took life was given a gift. And that gift was given to them without their knowledge of what it really meant or how valuable it was. And what happened over time is that they realized that this was a gift that was ebbing away every single second, and that they actually never had any idea of how much of it was left for them. Now, let me ask you this. If that gift was money and somebody said to you when the day you were born that this is a pot of money for you, you have to use it or lose it. So if you don't spend it, it's going to ebb away anyway. And you don't know how much of it you have left at any given time. And you can't earn it, you can't replace it. And once you have lost it, you cannot get it back. If that was money that you knew was not going to last forever and you could not get it back, I think you would be quite careful in how you spend it. And actually, a lot of people say time is money. I actually think that's devaluing time, because time is far more precious than money, because you can't earn time, you can't replace it, and it is not something you can substitute. And our life depends on it. I want to invite you to think about your time in a very different way after today. I want you to really think about how you are spending it. Whether you're spending it on things that really matter to you, or whether you're just throwing it away because you think you have enough of it. The second thing is in your control, and that is the person that you look at in the mirror, and that's you. Because you have the ability to control the only asset that should be the most valuable asset to you, and that's yourself. So how many of you actually really know how much your most valuable asset is actually worth to you? I think most of us don't really take the time to think about that, because we're so busy living life, or maybe we're living it on terms that somebody else set up for us, We're living it in a way that society decided that we should live it. And here's a funny thing about society. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, that society loves extremes, don't they? They love their superheroes and their superstars, the people who have a load of talent or money or really successful, or those that have overcome massive adversity and they've come out the other end really successful. On the other hand, society loves to focus on people who are, I suppose, troublemakers, or they're challenged or challenging in some way. And you will find that these are the bad boys and girls who are constantly hogging the limelight. Or they could be someone who's actually genuinely challenged and needs some extra resource. Now, my question is this. What about that huge bit in the middle? So if you don't fit into either of those two extremes, you're probably somebody who's just going about your life, not bothering anyone, just quietly doing your business, coming to work, doing your job, paying your taxes, etc. And for that, chances are you're going to be overlooked, taken for granted, and possibly ignored. That doesn't seem very fair to me. I think it doesn't seem very fair that the people on which our society, our industry completely relies on to keep its wheels turning, to make sure the food's on the table, to care for us when we need it most, whether it's our mothers or people in hospitals. These people are ordinary people who are going about their daily lives, making life better for everybody. And yet they do not get any appreciation. And they're made to feel that they're ordinary. And that label ordinary comes with so many negative connotations, doesn't it? I mean, who wants to be called ordinary? But being ordinary effectively implies that your opinion doesn't matter, that you're not going to amount to very much, that actually only the superstars and the superheroes really matter. And I think that's a real missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity for society, and it's a real mistake for business.